Yo guys, what's going on? So last night I posted that I wanted that 19875 low. It was Thursday's low swept before we looked for any kind of long positions today, and our bias would depend what happened when we swept that daily low down there at 875. If we got displacement below, we were looking for last week's low as our next target, and if we got a nice reversal off that, which we kind of did right at that 10 o'clock mark today. We did go back on and take a brand new low, but we still got displacement off of that today. The daily order block held. So let's get right into the charts and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So if we look at the daily here, this is why I wanted Thursday's low. So with Friday's candle, we use the daily bias model, right? So this candle comes back down and closes. If it closes back inside the range or below the range of the previous day low, we then expect this day's low to be swept by this candle. So if I was like, so okay, so if we're going here, let's look at the 4 hour. So this was Friday's low, and I'm like, oh well, Thursday's low right there. So you have relative equal lows, sitting right here for the taking. So if if there's two sets of equal lows that close, it's always best to have both because look what happens if we only get one sweep. So say we go here and then we bounce. What do we have? We then have relative more daily equal lows. Market's going to go up, and then we're just going to come right back down and take them again. So it's best case that we take both at the same time there. So you see we got that, and then we got the displacement up. We did get a nice 4 hour order block off of those daily lows. When this candle closed above, you see we got a nice retest of it as well. Go back down to the hourly, and you see we got a nice hourly order block, pretty much the same spot as the 4 hour. And then look, boom, a couple retaps of it, and then we push up higher. And then going into close, we end up getting a 1 hour prop block here. So this is what I'm going to be watching for tonight. We might get a move down into this prop block. We'll see if this holds. If this holds, then I think we're going to push higher. We're also, because this could be the start of a nice hourly buy model. It has that look to it. However, we did leave an hourly BPR down here. So you see we got a tiny one. It's very, very tiny, but doesn't mean we can't come back for it. We could come all the way back down here. Look what happens. We sweep all this nice all these nice relative equal lows here on the hourly. We fill in this, and then we could push up potentially higher too. So we got to watch for that. We'll know that by displacement. We start displacing through this hourly OB. We know we're going for this hourly FVG down here. So let's go look at. So let's see the 4 hour. So basically, what we're looking at is 4 hour close here, and then we closed over this down candle candle too. So this whole thing's pretty much one big 4 hour order block. So if we come back down to the hourly, we're kind of like coming into like 50% of it. Let's see where that lines up actually. So yeah, look where CE lines up with that. If you consider both those 4 hour candles order blocks, you get 50% sits right at that hourly FEG. So we could get that, but you to be honest, if you want to be bullish, you really don't want to see price crushing through these hourly order blocks here. So and then this is gonna be the other condition. This was the hourly FEG. Remember we were just kind of chopping into the late afternoon. We're just sitting here, just take a low, take a high, take a low, take a high. You know how ranges work. And then like if you kind of sit back and look at it, I'm sitting here. I'm like, okay, well we got LRLR here. We run some of it. We have LRLR here. It's like okay, and we also have we have this we have this hourly FVG above us. That's gonna want tapped. And look what happens. We end up running that LRLR right up to this hourly FEG. The other thing we have to be careful about is we are at equilibrium of this range, right? We're at 50%. So you want to see displacement through here and through this hourly FEG. It's also an hourly bearish order block as well. So if this is a higher time frame sell model still, we're going to reject here and then go down and take a new low. If that's the case, then we still look at last week's low down here. If we get something like, we maybe up to this order block and then maybe a down, whatever, and then we come out and sweep these lows. That's a possibility for the rest of the week. Remember, we do have Powell speaking tomorrow morning, right at open, and then we also have ISM data too. So two potential market movers that could give us hopefully some decent price action tomorrow. But with that, that's all you really need to watch, I think, going into tomorrow. The 15 is just pure messy, but it does have that kind of start of a buy model look to it. So I just noticed this as well. There's a nice 15-minute BPR sits up here. This also could be a nice target as well. There's a tiny one up here. So just a bunch of things you need to watch. You just gotta be careful, because remember, we are breaking down structure here on the 4 hours. So it still could be considered, bearish order flow here on the 4 hour, and then this is just a 50% up to like that 15-minute BPR or that hourly, and then we push back lower. We've seen a little more displacement through the 50% and through them last PD arrays to confirm we're ready to go back up and sweep this high. So with that, guys, and just remember, we are still delivering from this daily order block. Remember, we made this daily order block last Thursday when we closed above it. This is the second retap, and look how the 50% mark of that daily order block is being respected very nicely. So if you're thinking about shorts, just remember you're shorting into this daily order block, which was formed off daily 50%. So it's a very bullish candle that you're or PD array, I should say, that you're longing into, as well as we still have not inversed this daily FVG. So this would be the true tell if we can start displacing over this. And then remember, we still have that 4 hour up here that we rejected too. So just have to be careful here. And then I just showed you guys 50% up here. I'll show it to you here on the 4 hour. So you just see how like we're kind of respecting the 50% mark here so far. So with that, don't think there's much else to go over, guys. Powell's gonna, whatever happens with Powell tomorrow will give us a pretty good clue of a higher time frame bias tomorrow. Just to be honest, it's pretty 50-50 right now. So with that, I hope you guys have a fantastic evening, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.